Welcome to day 228 of TFIF 365. And I just want to chat a little bit about some lived experience that I've just had with, now that I have this new framework of managing like the coalition of the wounded, and how do you manage those individuals. All of us are wounded. So again, this is not supremacy. It is not some are wounded and some are, no, all of us are wounded. We go into these organizations, when we go into these initiatives, when we go into these communities, we want to be a part of it. We come in with our own shit, right? And people who are there have their own shit already. And so it's, how do you create an environment of welcoming and psychological safety rooted in supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free, when the coalition you're trying to bring together, manage, maintain, so that you can either professionally or personally, again, innovate, differentiate, and profit. How do you do that? Because profit is not just money, right? Profit is a gain. That's how I define it. It's a gain. I got something. I exchanged something. The gain I got was. I got to be careful about this because it could sound like exploitation with how I was about to say that. So let me explain it. Because what I was about to say was, I got a gain in an exchange. And it does not necessarily mean that you're exploiting people. See, these are where we get real. Again, there's nuance, right? There's nuance. So as a business, yes, I'm in it for differentiation, innovation, and profit. There is nothing inherently wrong, in my belief, with profit. It is when those profits that you gained have been rooted in exploitation, have been rooted in coercion, have been rooted in discrimination, have been rooted in your thoughts of supremacy over other people. So I was talking to a client over the last few days, and they found themselves in a situation where they made a mistake, and they need to correct their mistake. And I talked about that yesterday, right? How to apologize. And I felt so great taking this team through this. And this needs to be a part of your crisis management team policies. This needs to be a part of your risk management policies. How do you apologize and make amends? How do you repair the harm that you've done? And that's the only way the coalition of the wounded can heal, right? That's the only way you can bring people from various communities with various traumas, be their familiar, be their professional, be their just environmental, societal, cultural, communal. There's a lot of reasons that people come into your space and are wounded. And you don't know what those things are. And how they made this mistake was they took an action and it did not occur to them to do a step of asking permission, right? Because when you're the most privileged, you seldom have to ask permission. Everybody's defaults to you. So it's again why I always ask yourself, what am I missing? Because you're always missing something due to relative privilege. When you're in a space, figure out where the privilege, who has the most privilege, who has the least amount of privilege, and where you're going to align yourself in that, particularly if you have the most privilege, so that you don't cause harm to other people. Because the coalition of the wounded is just a default. I just now see that is all of us. And we all come into these spaces, these relationships, these agreements, these negotiations as people wounded from whatever. And it doesn't have to be abuse. It could be just, it could be a lot. It could be insecurities. It could be a lot of things that cause us to be wounded and show up as wounded individuals and act out as wounded individuals. And that's something I'm really and so it's so funny to me. That's what I'm talking about, because I just came up with that framework, or not just came up with the languaging from the framework. I've been thinking about it for a while. And then to see it crop up in one of my clients, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's also very interesting that it took the political climate for me to finally get that to what that was and to come up with the coalition of the wounded. But I'll be talking about this, trust me, because I haven't been excited about something since I wrote my book, and that was 2022. I have not been this excited about diving into research since I was doing my research when I was in my doctoral program, and then getting the research together for my book. So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing where this Coalition of the Wounded goes, where I can take it. How can I be a facilitator of welcoming and psychological safety in various environments, and helping people navigate that. And hopefully the goal is to help people start to heal. It's community and healing, because healing is a community. And yet the default is when you bring people in the community, we're all wounded. I would love, and I see that in my sister, my sister friend relationships, right? We heal each other. We all have our own shit that we're dealing with, but when we come together, there's a level of trust and a level of safety and welcoming that allows us to heal just a little bit that day, just to become a better version of ourselves, however we define that day, because we're focused on supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free. So that's what I just wanted to share that how it was already there. Like these are not new clients, and without that, and that's another reason why language is so important. Because once we have a word for something, for me anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm able to hang something on it. So yeah, that's just an example of, again, apologizing, how to apologize, and why apologizing must include an amends, because we are dealing with coalitions of the wounded, and you can't keep harming people and expecting them not to act out, not to retaliate, not to, trust you in your organizations, right? And then they end up doing things that require them to protect themselves from you, and you don't want that, because the things that they're doing is gonna fuck up your business. So yeah, that is. I'm excited. I'm excited about work again. I'm excited about research. I'm excited to see where this path takes me, and takes us collectively. So until tomorrow, peace. Become a sustaining sponsor at kimcreighton.com/support-the-work and help make this work happen.